And what's up, Alfonso Nation? It is Alfonso Peterman here, and today I'm going to be doing a full movie review of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. I actually just saw this movie today, but I saw it for my first time last night. Now the way that I'm going to do this, there's certain things that I want to mention, like major key points of this movie, that's gonna spoil it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna review the movie without spoilers in this video, and towards the end is when I'm gonna express the spoiler. And if you don't want to watch the end portion, you don't have to watch that. I will put warnings all over the place so you're not gonna miss it, but I do want to spoil it at the end so I can truly express how I feel about this movie in full. But anyways, yes, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice was an amazing movie. I honestly loved the action. I loved the characters. Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill did an amazing job playing Batman and Superman. Now, there's some pros and cons of this movie, and I wanna highlight both parts of the movie. There's a lot of things I loved about it, and there's a lot of things I did not like. And I'm gonna start with the pros, because pros before hoes. Pros goes. I can't find a rhyme, but it's good to do the positive first so you guys can know what I like about it. So we're gonna start with the pros. Yes, the pros of this movie definitely is the action. From beginning to end, without fail, this movie is filled with action. There's a couple jump scares, so it's really energetic. This movie is very energetic. It presents a lot of energy. And I like that about the movie. I like the action, I like the explosions, I like the shooting. I love Superman, the character playing Superman, Henry Cavill. He did an awesome job with Man of Steel, and he did an awesome job with Batman vs. Superman. I mean, the best part about the Batman vs. Superman fight was the fact that they actually used their powers to their fullest. I mean, Superman didn't just use his super strength. He used the laser eyes and the flight ability. He used all of those things to go against Batman, and vice versa. Batman used all of his gadgets and his fighting skills to go against Superman. And I think the Batmobile too at one point. They did use all of their available resources to fight each other. So I do like that. I like the fact that they fought each other to the fullest of their ability. Now, going into the different characters that were there, Jesse Eisenberg played Lex Luthor. Now, I gotta say, I've seen depictions of Lex Luthor in the past, and this one was really strange. Jesse Eisenberg did an amazing job acting. He did a good job. It was a little strange the way that it came about, but I do think he did a good job. I mean, the Lex Luthor, he really made himself look like he was mentally insane, and he was this crazy doctor, science guy, and that's exactly what he portrayed. So I do think that Jesse Eisenberg did a good job as Lex Luthor, even though it was a little weird. And of course, I can't forget the amazing, the stunning, the spectacular Gal Gadot. I hope I'm saying that name right, Gal Gadot. She played as Wonder Woman. Oh my goodness. The part about her that I love is her determination, her perseverance. No matter how much she was being fought against, she kept going. I love that about Wonder Woman. She did an amazing job, and she did a surprise entry, because I wasn't expecting her at a certain point. I wasn't expecting for her to show up at a certain point in the movie, but she did show up, and she wowed the crowd, honestly. She blew my mind, because I haven't really seen much Wonder Woman depiction, but I know this one was really good, because especially from the reviews, all the people that seen this movie, they love Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman did good in this movie. So if you're looking for just Batman vs. Superman, you're gonna be surprised, because there's gonna be a lot more than that. Wonder Woman is definitely gonna be part of the action. So yeah, I love the movie. I honestly feel that this is a standalone film. And what I mean by that is, I feel like this movie can be successful and could stand alone. It doesn't need a background story. It doesn't need any other movies. So like Transformers 2 is a continuation of Transformers 1. It's not really standalone. Not like Age of Extinction. You can be someone who doesn't know who Batman is or who Superman is, and you can watch this movie and understand it, is what I'm saying. I feel like it's a standalone film, and mainly because, in the movie it highlighted some of the history of both of these characters. And I love that. I love the part where it kind of brought you back in history on how Batman became Batman and how Superman became Superman. So yeah, definitely I love the history that, they gave history on this movie, and I like that about this movie. I like when they did that. That's one of the things I like the most about this movie. So now going to the cons, the negative things I saw about the movie. One of the main things I could say that's negative about the movie is that it was all over the place, kind of. You have to pay attention, you have to make your own mental assumptions to really understand what's going on, because it jumps from scene to scene and the scenes don't really correlate with each other. It's like I can be sitting here in my house and then the scene jumps and I'm on top of a mountain in the snow. Like, what happened in between that? Like, what's going on? The movie kind of did that. The movie jumped from scene to scene and these scenes didn't correlate at all. So it kind of confused the audience for a while, and you have to kind of understand what's going on, because if you don't, you will be confused. And there are a lot of confusing points in this movie, and I feel like that could have been improved with a little bit more of a smoother transition. Another con of this movie is that the Batman vs. Superman action was very brief. It wasn't like I thought it would be. I mean, the movie is called Batman vs. Superman. So you would think that throughout the entire movie, they'll be fighting. That did not happen, and I was a little disappointed with that. I wanted to see more of them fighting. I wanted to see more action between them two. They did fight, and they fought for a little while, but they didn't fight as much as I thought they would. I figured that they would fight really predominantly the whole movie, but I truly thought the fighting between Batman and Superman was going to be a lot longer, and it wasn't. It was pretty short, pretty brief, and the movie just kind of moved on. So that I kind of don't like about it. I wish they would have been fighting longer. So that is my review without spoilers. That's the first portion. I'm going to switch. We're going to jump to the spoiler portion. So I'm warning you, at this current time and day, from this point to the end of the video, there are going to be spoilers. There are going to be spoilers. Spoilers are ahead. I just had to make that clear for those of you that does not want this movie spoiled for you. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds to shut off the video, or to turn it off, or to click off, because I don't want you guys to be like, oh, you spoiled it. So I'm giving you time right now. See you later. I will see you in my next video. For those who don't want it spoiled, I will see you in my next video. And peace out. Okay, now for the spoilers. Now for the part that I tell you what really happened. You guys, I was so angry. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so pissed off when Superman died. Okay, look. Like in the beginning, I wasn't really going for either Batman or Superman. I was just watching it to see who would win. But while they were fighting, my inner love for Superman kind of came out, and I wanted him to win. I wanted him to overcome Batman. I love Batman. Batman's awesome, but I love Superman more. And I wanted Superman to win. So I was sitting there, and actually I had my nanny with me, so she was sitting there too. And she saw the movie already. It was my first time, but it was her second time. And so I was like, oh yeah, Superman. He was like shooting the lasers at all the missiles and turrets and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And she's just sitting there like, And I'm like, why are you doing that? What is going on? Like, what's gonna happen? And she didn't want to tell me. But that's what happened. He died. He died from Doomsday. I cannot believe and then they had the nerve to put a funeral for Superman. I'm not gonna lie, the casket was like fresh. That Superman logo on the casket, that was A1. But I'm just saying, I did not like the fact that Superman died. I did not like it. I hated that. That ruined my entire movie experience when Superman died. I mean, Batman and Superman only fought for like 5 minutes, and then they were cool, like, okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then Lex Luthor comes out with his devil doomsday thing, and then he's blowing stuff up. But, I mean, it's what happened, and I really hope there's a continuation where he comes back, and I feel like there will be, because I watched to the very end, and on the last 2 seconds, I don't know if everybody caught it, but when the girl picked up the dirt and threw it on top of his casket, for the last couple seconds, you see some of the dirt kind of float off the casket. And I was like, huh? And then it went off. I was like, damn. Okay, but I think he's gonna come back. Personally, I think Superman will return. You can't just kill Superman and just leave him dead. What kind of bullshit is that? Seriously, like, I feel like he's gonna come back and he's gonna make a grand return. And, you know, Batman and him are gonna kind of be okay with each other. Another thing I didn't like is, really, if you think about it, Batman would have killed Superman if it wasn't for Superman yelling out the name Martha. That just messed with Batman's head. Just the thought of it, that if, you know, it didn't go that way, Batman would have killed him. I mean, the movie was great. I love the action, I love the fighting, I love all the good stuff. But the fact that Superman died, and the fact that he would have died to Batman. I don't like that. I don't like it. I love the movie, but I don't like that. I don't like that portion. I don't like that. So anyways, I hated that part. But what are you gonna do? But wait for another movie where he comes back. So I hope he comes back. One other thing that I want to talk about. Yes, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman did not fight for as long as I thought she would. I wanted Wonder Woman to fight for a lot longer. I wanted her to at least kind of do like what the Avengers did. I think it was in the first installment. They were all really fighting each other for a while and then they assembled. I kind of wanted that to be like Wonder Woman versus Batman versus Superman. They all fight each other and then when Doomsday come up, they all unite and then fight Doomsday. That's what I thought. But I was wrong. So, but I mean, that girl was a beast. That girl was awesome. So, I love Wonder Woman. She did awesome. Batman did awesome. Superman, I still salute you. I'm still Team Superman. I don't care what you say, and I feel like that Superman will come back and he will return. He's gonna come back, and guys, I can't wait for the Man of Steel to return. So anyways, yeah, I like the movie. It was good, it was great, it was awesome. So if I had to rate this movie from 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely horrible, and 10 being absolutely amazing, I would give it a solid, I would give it a solid 8. I'll give it an 8. Because it was good, I just hate the fact that Superman is dead. That's it. So I give the movie an 8 out of 10, and I'm very excited to see what's gonna come up with the next movies. And to be honest, this kind of scares me with Captain America Civil War coming out, because they're gonna be fighting each other. So I hope one of them doesn't die. But yeah, so yeah, that is my review of the movie. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have something to tell me or something to let me know or request or anything, put it in the comment section below. I do read the comments. And that is all for today. My name is Alfonso, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.